Hey guys, and welcome back to the show where nobody really dies in this thing, and everything is a bigger mystery now than what it was before. Yeah, well, anyway, Professor Layton and Maya has been discovered to be still alive. Or maybe this is just some kind of weird form of heaven. We'll find out shortly, right? So we just got away from those cloaked figures, and now we're trying to get away, or escape the forest right now, as it says. So, first things first, though, let's go find some hit coins. Oop. That was cute. 2. Okay, that's gonna make me jump every time, because before this, nothing moved when you found hit coins. Okay, well, nothing moved there. Alright. Let's go to the village outskirt. There are 4 hint coins! Oh! We should be safe here, Miss Faye. Are you hurt? Oh, sorry. Nope, I'm right as rain. Thank you for saving me back there. You look like you're all back to normal, Professor. Not as shiny and way more talkative. What do you mean by back to normal? You are turned into gold, Professor. Someone cast a magic spell on you. A magic spell? On me, you say? Let me refresh your memory. You remember the witch that appeared when we were in Mr. Belduke's house, don't you? Indeed. So you're saying that was when a magic spell was cast on me? That's right! You are super golden and super shiny. Super shiny and golden. Most fascinating. Do you not remember any of that? Sadly, I do not. To tell you the truth, I have no recollection of what happened to me then. It seems I lost consciousness immediately after the witch appeared. And when I regained consciousness, I was already in this forest. Huh. So then, do you think maybe they carried you here after the trial? After the trial? Then that must mean... Yep, you were the unfortunate victim of the witchcraft in that trial, Professor. How extraordinary. Miss Faye, could you please bring me up to date on everything that happened after my disappearance? What about Luke and Mr. Wright? Are they okay? I recall Luke and I heading to Sir Belduke's house. We thought you and Mr. Wright were in danger. Yeah, I think they're alright. So much has happened. Where do I even start? We'll start with a fade to black, obviously! Did I hear you correctly? You say that one of my arms broke off. Yep, the right arm, Snappo! And so, Miss Faye, you were charged with using magic. Yep, that's right. And then Luke cried his little eyes out. And then the parrot on Luke's head testified its little beak off. That must have been quite the sight. But I must say, this situation has certainly piqued my interest. I see. My apologies, Miss Faye. Had I had the strength at the time, I could have been of more help. No way, Professor! You saved me just a moment ago! And quite the close call it was. By the way, Miss Faye, why are you in this forest? That is a very good question. Nick managed to prove my innocence, but I still ended up being thrown into the fire. You were found innocent, yet still sent to the fire. Well, anyways, so much weird stuff has happened since then. It would seem so, yes. But it's strange. There must have been more to that cage I was trapped in. Like a trick or something. A trick? Yeah, the cage dropped down through the chamber and then came to a stop just above a wagon. That wagon was how I ended up here. It would seem there's more to that fire chamber than I originally thought. Then when I saw those things, I tried to get away. But as you saw back there, they found me. I thought I was a goner. And that is when I appeared. Is that correct? Yep, that's right. Is something the matter, Miss Faye? It's Nick. He must be worried sick. I mean, I was thrown into the fire right before his eyes. Yes, I'm also concerned about Luke. However, I believe Luke and Mr. Wright. are certain to sense something is amiss and solve this mystery. We're sure to all meet up again soon. Yeah, you're right, Professor. For the time being, let's investigate this place as much as possible. Investigate? Indeed. This forest appears to be full of secrets and puzzles. First, I was turned into gold and awoke to find myself here. And then you, Miss Fey, were transported here from the courtroom, under the illusion of having been put to the fire. Perhaps this forest... Uh-oh. Uh-oh! How'd they manage to find us so fast? What should we do, Professor? It appears they were lying in ambush. I'm afraid an altercation here is unavoidable. These guys look like they've been hitting the gym. They're a lot bigger than the others. Indeed. Leave this to me. Now, please step back, Miss Fey. Knock them into next week, Professor! Where's your stick? Now, just what is all the commotion? You were given a task to carry out, were you not? Ooh, slight frame rate drop. So, what exactly do you think you're doing? Answer me. Forgive us, oh great witch. What? That's the witch from the last time! What's she's doing here? Now, isn't this a strange sight? Two visitors from the witch trials, a victim and an accused. Strange indeed. Come again? It was your fault we were part of those trials in the first place, you witch! My, this one has some fight in her. Relax, I do not plan to harm you two. This marks the third time we have now met. Tell me, what exactly are you planning? What? Professor? You two have met 3 times? Yes, I first met her in London, prior to arriving in Labyrinthia, of course. That's right. Now, enough. Stand down. These two are considered guests. You are not to lay a finger on them, is that clear? Make sure the rest of the Shades get that message. Shades? Are they those creepy people in those weird robes? Yes, mistress. As you command, O Great Witch. Great Witch? There is no need to be alarmed. You may relax. I'm afraid I cannot oblige, not as long as you are here. Tell me, what are you? You know, from what I hear, you're a big fan of solving puzzles and mysteries, are you not? Then by all means, go ahead. You are free to investigate the Eldritch Woods to your heart's content. The Eldritch Woods? The answers to your questions are here. You're free to seek them. Then you do not plan on having us captured. You'll have to excuse the Shades' earlier behavior that can be a bit overzealous at times. They were simply doing what was requested of them. Their task, as they call it, anyone lost in these woods, is to be made a member of the Shade family, as it were. A member of the Shades? What does that mean? Like I said, you should seek out the answers for yourselves. Now, if you excuse me, I have another engagement for the visitor of mine. A visitor? Until next time, Professor Herschel Layton. Spooky! She disappeared! So, Professor, the Great Witch they mentioned. They must be referring to her, right? She has to be Bezella. The Great Witch Bezella. If that woman were her, then that would make Eldritch Woods the home of all witches. This just keeps getting curiouser and curiouser. So then that means the Shades, or whatever, are witches? That is what we must find out. I believe there may be a very important clue or two hidden within this forest. There must be some reason why this forest has been kept a secret from the citizens of Labyrinthia. I also must wonder why this great witch is simply allowing us to do as we wish. It is slightly concerning. Well, there's no point looking a gift horse in the mouth. I'd say we take her offer and check this place out. That way, we'll rack up a ton of clues by the time we reunite with Nick. And since we'll be working together, I'll act as your temporary Luke. Right you are, Professor! Well done. Thank you very much, Miss Fay. Now then, let us begin our investigation. Yes, sir! Let's go, Professor! Oh god, Maya. Well, before we do that... Oh! I guess we solved more mysteries. Yay! 2 mysteries. Spells follow the storyteller, who writes the story that controls the fate of all Labyrinthians, considers the presence of the professor to be a form of corruption. It would seem the storyteller has removed me from the story. Where is this tale of his going? It was none other than the professor, having supposedly been turned to gold, who saved Maya from her fate. He says he had lost consciousness after his confrontation with the Great Witch. A gold statue of me. That's something I would quite like to see with my own eyes. Sure you do. Okay. Yeah, hit okay. God darn it. Alright, oh, there's a creepy shade right there. Well, before we do that, hint coins. There were 4 of them here, aren't there? That's 2. Three. There we go. Well, that's nice. There we go. And there's a puzzle somewhere in here. There we go. Let me pick! You know, Professor, I was thinking, you said you woke up in the forest, right? The shades were on me the minute I set foot here, but they never went after you. Why is that? That is true. I seem to recall waking up inside a cell of sorts. Did you just say a cell? How did you manage to escape? Fortunately, it was not a cell of the metallic variety, Miss Fay. Take a look over there. Do you see that entrance covered in vines? Oh, I get it. So you must have hacked and slashed your way to freedom. Well, I wouldn't say I hacked or slashed anything as such. All it took was a single cut to unravel my way to freedom. Allow me to demonstrate. Oh, this puzzle. Okay. A number of intricately woven vines have formed a fence blocking the professor's path. Simply cutting just one of the vines should unravel the entire fence and clear a path. Which vine should you cut? Good question! So let's see, we have this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Which, quite frankly, I think is the right answer anyway, so let's try that.
Let's see if I've proven myself.
Yay! That was a little too easy.
Puzzles.
Whoa, you sure show that vine who's boss, Professor! A single precise cut is far more efficient than swinging around haphazardly. After I freed myself, I began to investigate the forest. Not long after that, I heard someone cry out. Ah, yeah, you mean me? Right you are, Miss Fay. I'm glad you were okay. Uh-huh, and okay I was, good sir. So I guess you're still in the middle of that forest investigation, huh? It would seem so. Shall we press on then? Yeah, it's on now. I'm gonna cut these puzzles down to the size with the power of my mind. Your mind, indeed. Guess we'll talk to the shade. Excuse me, we wanted to ask you a question real quick. What exactly do you do in this forest?
We live to serve the mistress and carry out her orders. Our task. The mistress speaks, we obey.
I'm gonna assume they're all females considering. Task? Is that, like, your job?
Yes. My task is to assist all newly initiated shades.
Assist? newly initiated shades? That must have something to do with what the Great Witch said earlier. Anyone lost in these woods is to be made a member of the Shade family.
Although my task is made much more difficult when they run away. Why do they always run away?
Because you look kind of creepy.
But we will not chase after you again. It is the mistress's orders.
I see. So you do everything the Great Witch commands. Hey, I bet you guys are always fighting over the good task, huh? Who'd want to get stuck doing the Great Witch's laundry? Seriously though, you guys were really close to turning me into a shade earlier. I'm seriously glad the professor came along when he did. Creepy. Alright, let's move on to the next location. 5 hit coins, goodness. Do you think this is where the Shades live? Looks kind of like a village. It would appear so. They seem to lead a very simple lifestyle. But they look so magical and fantastical. I figured they'd live somewhere way more, well, magical and fantastical. Now that you mention it, they don't appear capable of using magic, do they? I guess if they did, they'd only end up back at the witch trials. Remember, that may be the law within Labyrinthia. But the Great Witch rules this forest. It is doubtful that such a law would exist here. Oh, that's true. You think we should tell them to just let loose? I bet they have some really flashy spells. Let us focus our efforts on looking around this village first. There appears to be a path leading out on the other side, too. Well, we'll figure that out first as soon as we get some puzzles. Well, there is a puzzle here somewhere. But first, hid coins! What the heck? What's the shade doing all the way up there? It's 3, I think? 4... Hey, there's a ladder here. I wonder if I can get a ladder conversation going. Or did I already missed it? I know they have a ladder conversation. Nope.
So, how's the task going? Working hard?
Huh? Oh, it's a task? Well, duh, of course we are. Speaking of which, what's your task?
My task is to prepare food for everyone. I'm actually trying to come up with the menu for today. I wouldn't exactly call my cooking appetizing or edible, but I must do what our mistress commands.
Remind us not to stop by for dinner.
Did you say something?
Me? Nope, not a thing. Hey, good luck. Try not to blow up the kitchen. Oh my god, Maya, please. Okay. Let's talk to this shade.
All I can do is carry out my task the best I can. I hope that one day I may be allowed to return to the town.
Return? What do you mean?
I am not too sure myself. It is something I was told when I arrived. The Great Witch keeps records of all the tasks we successfully complete. Then, when our accomplishments outnumber our failures, she will consider returning us to the town. That is what I believed, and that's why I continue to toil away at my task.
So does this mean these guys aren't witches? From the sound of his voice, it would seem this particular shade is male. Sorry! However, according to what you told me earlier, all witches here are female. So then, who exactly are these shades? Say, who are you? My, how very direct.
A shade is a shade, nothing more, nothing less.
Yeah, that wasn't really helpful. Perhaps you can tell us what your particular task is.
That I cannot tell you. Most shades' tasks are closely guarded secrets.
I think that's all we can do right now, so let's move on. Five. Alright, let's see. That's 1. 2. Why are there so many hit coins out here, though? 3. 4. 5. Well, at least they're kind of easy to find. Let's talk to the Shade.
I'm terrible at my tasks, the worst! I'm even more terrible at following orders. One small misstep and it'll be my fault. It'll be my fault we have a serious situation on our hands. I feel sick just thinking about it.
A serious situation? What kind of task do you have exactly?
I can't say. The only thing I could say is that I'm terrible at it.
Why are you so nervous anyway?
It's because she's watching. Always watching. She sits up there in her mansion, she keeps on watching.
Creepy? Mansion? You mean the Great Witch lives nearby?
On the other side of the river. It's quite far, but she can see our every move.
So it's across the river then? Professor, we're sure to run into her again there. It's where she lives, after all. Best course of action may be to try and make our way there. There are still many questions to be answered. Yeah, then we'll finally see if she's the real deal or not, right, Professor? That's right, Miss Faye. Let us make our way across the river. To the river, then. Thank you for that information. You know, this makes me think of, what is it, Lost Spectre, just because the mansion's kind of in the middle of a lake. There are 3 hint coins here. Whoa! Check out the beautiful scenery, Professor! This is quite an open space, isn't it? That wall looks like something from Attack on Titan! Looking across the river, the Great Witch's mansion is slightly visible. Yeah, you can just about make out the roof from here. Hey, do you think the wall behind it could be Labyrinthia's outer wall? That is quite possible, which would mean these Eldritch Woods must be located directly outside Labyrinthia. Huh? But isn't that kind of strange? The people in Labyrinthia said that nothing exists outside of the town, didn't they? Yes, quite. I too have heard the townsfolk make such assertions. In fact, the very gate we used to enter Labyrinthia disappeared as soon as we passed it. I believe there must be some kind of a trick behind it. It looks like we've got quite a lot to discuss with Little Miss Great Witch, don't we? That we do. Let us continue, Miss Faye. Sure thing, after we get more hint coins. Ah, I just knocked my mic. That's 1. 2. Ah, 3. Cool. And now we talk to the Shade because, wow, that bridge looks like it's broken. Oh no! The bridge is out! It's been completely destroyed. All that remains are a few bits of debris and a small boat floating across the shore.
Are you two looking for a way to cross the river?
Yes! Oh, thought that was Maya. Yes, that's right. Is there no way across?
If there's a way across, I sure wish I knew what it was. I'm sort of having a mini crisis here. Why did I have to get stuck with the task of reporting the daily task progress to the Great Witch? Granted, I get the task in the presence of the mistress and taking her gorgeous visage, which is actually pretty amazing. But being unable to cross the river, I can't even carry out my own task now, let alone adore her unparalleled beauty.
I think this is a dude, but just to be on the safe side. Oh, well, you know what they say, you either sink or swim. Hope you brought your bathing suits. We're swimming across.
I can't swim.
We'll have to find another way. Wait a sec. Professor, can you not swim? It's okay. I bet you could flip your hat over and ride it like a boat. It looks like it could float on water real good. Swimming has nothing to do with it. And I do not think using my hat as a boat would be the best idea, Miss Faye. Layton, what have you gotten yourself into? When you're teaming up with Maya. I'll go across and fetch that small boat. I should be able to jump across rather easily using the bits of debris on the water. A gentleman should never get wet. I'll then be able to use the boat to create a path all the way across. Rest assured, Miss Faye, this is my specialty. Hey, that's not a bad idea. You don't miss a beat, do you, Professor? Good luck! Let's go! Help the professor make a bridge for Maya by knocking the woods into the water. Move next to the logs and touch the hammer icon on the touchscreen to knock them over. Think carefully about the direction and order in which to knock over the logs. Alright, that seems simple enough. Okay. Let's go this way first. I'm gonna do Maya first. This is kind of cute, though. Boop. Boop. Uh-oh. Oh, I did it wrong. Oh, good. I don't have to, like, go all the way back. This one goes up. I can still sneak over here, right? Yes, good. Up. Before I do that. There we go. Such cuteness.
Allow me to show you my puzzle-solving skills. Ah, the joy of solving puzzles.
Yes, now I can give my mistress today's report. Thank you so much. I don't know how to repay you.
It was no trouble. A broken bridge would be inconvenient to everyone, after all.
By the way, what kind of task did the Great Witch give you to? I'm itching to know.
Huh? What's our task? Let's see. Oh, that's it! We're puzzle solvers! Yep, that's right!
Puzzle solvers? Ah, of course, that makes sense. Well, you have both performed your task magnificently. Please excuse me, I must report to the mistress. Now I can go back to truly enjoying my task. Farewell!
Whoa, he's really booking it. Man, we did something really good, huh, Professor? You know what? Let's just make all the dudes with female voices, because why the heck not? That we did, Miss Faye. Now let us press on with our task. Why are there dudes, though? Alright, to the Great Witch Abode.
Oh, mistress, mistress!
Has something happened to the Great Witch?
I went up to her room, but there was no answer. Oh, mistress, most venerable Great Witch.
Maybe she's just not in the mood to talk. Everyone has their days.
No, never. She would never do that. The mistress always answers us.
Wow, I've got to say, I'm surprised. Sounds like she's really faithful to you guys. Maybe she just stepped out?
If she stepped out, we would know. Oh, what would happen to you, mistress?
That reminds me, she mentioned there was a visitor waiting for her, or words to that effect. Then that visitor must still be waiting around for her, right?
No, they're both inside the room.
Aha! I've got it! Zavare! The supposed visitor is really some shady ex-knight looking for revenge! Miss Faye, please refrain from putting any terrible scenarios into his head. Regardless, we must continue inside. It seems something rather serious is afoot. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time for that, so let me just go ahead and try to find some hit coins and just stop there. So, first, 1 hit coin. Hi, little ponies! Oh, Flower Patch has hit coin there. And... where's the last one? Oh, there it is. Alright, cool. For once we're not going over time, so I think it might be best just to stop here and we'll find out what's going on at the mansion in the next video. So I'll see you guys then. Oh yeah, and if you guys like what I'm doing, please like, subscribe, or leave comments, or just tell me what the fuck I'm doing, and if I'm doing good or not. Bye-bye!